VAs that I bring in. And so I'm going to log into my account here. And it's super simple to set up an account. See, here's that one password right here. And this is all that they would do on their computer too. So again, they never see the actual password. All right, so it's in, so I'm in here now. The first place I'm gonna come to is post a job. So I'm gonna post a job. Now, I always start off choosing short-term or part-time work, right? And then on the next screen, you want to put a title for your job post. In this title, it's very important to just let it be specifically what you were looking for. So let's say that that item is real estate virtual assistant. Okay. So as you can see, when I typed in that title, they started to give me some categories as to what this job can be placed in. Since Upwork has so many people on it, you want to make sure this is the right job category. So for instance, if I type in inside sales agent or like ISA, you see it brings up telemarketing or lead generation. So your lead, so an ISA would be lead generation, right? But I'm gonna say real estate assistant. And you don't have to put virtual assistant because obviously this whole site is virtual assistant, but I'm going to choose general virtual assistants for this one. Move out of my way. Okay. Next. Okay. So now you're going to add the skills. So what skills do you want this person to have? 9 times out of 10, the ones that they give you here are going to be good enough. So administrative support, data entry, email communication. I want real estate, customer service. And then I may type in something like photo editing. Okay. Then I may put in here cold calling. So they have communications. Let me see, we already got real estate, and you can do up to 10 skills. These that I have here will get you I mean, it'll go pretty well because we have real estate, we have communications, photo editing, things like that. And then now we're in this next category. So virtual assistants focus, right? What I like to do here is see which of these, I don't like to choose more than 1 or 2, but same thing, which ones closely match what I'm looking for in a person and that are really, really general enough that can encompass everything. So for this, executive support and virtual assistants would be good for there. Then we have these general skills. Oh, I use G Suite a lot. So G Suite. And let me see if I want to take any of these off of here. I'm going to take off executive support because I don't really need executive support. See if there's anything in here. And don't worry. Don't think that, oh, just because you can't choose it, that it means your VA can't do it. This is just, think of it like filtering. So it's giving you more things that can closely match who they should be showing your ad to. Okay. And let me see in here, I may put in here, if I have properties that I want them to manage, I'm going to put property management. Things like file management, word processing, this, that, and the other, those are a given. Like, you better know how to type a Word document, right? But something like property management, I'm going to want my assistant specifically for what I do to be knowledgeable about property management. So I have my skills here. Now, next is my scope. Okay. So estimate the scope of your work, right? What I like to do is medium. Okay. Medium. And then how long will your work take? More than 6 months. Okay. So it's always more than 6 months. What level of experience? It's going to be intermediate. Okay. Intermediate. And then is this job a contract to hire opportunity? So this means you'll start with the contract and may later explore a full-time position with this person. I always choose yes. Okay. So now it's my location. So here you can choose where you want your job post to be shown to. I always choose worldwide. Now, if you do US only, be prepared for their proposals and bids to be a lot higher hourly. If you do worldwide, you're going to get people from everywhere, which is what you want. Now we're getting into the budget, okay? So I always choose hourly rate, but then I click not ready to set an hourly rate. When I click that, continue without setting an hourly rate, that'll allow people to propose their rate. Just because someone proposes their rate doesn't mean that that's what you have to pay them. It's a proposal, you know, just like with any job here in the States or virtual. It's a negotiation. It's based on experience, talent, things like that. Okay. So now it's your actual job post. Your actual job post works just like any other job post. So the purpose of the role, the requirements, the qualifications, and then the applications. Okay. Now, in your file vault, there are my actual job posts. So you can get those and you can copy and paste, but I'll just give you a quick rundown. So the purpose of this job is pretty much, why are you hiring? Okay. Why are you hiring? You can put some about me. So, hey, who are you? What type of business do you have? I'm a real estate agent. We're busy. We do a lot of day-to-day. Every day is different, yada, yada, yada. You'll put all of that in this purpose area. Now, your requirements, you can think of your requirements as your job duties. And I'm actually going to make a second one. So I'm going to put duties. So here you're going to list most things you will have them doing. And this is where a lot of agents tend to stop, because they're like, I don't know what all I want them to do. I don't have everything in there. A lot of things in your business revolve around certain programs or certain processes, certain platforms, things like that. So you don't need to put in here, create a daily schedule for me in Microsoft Word. Okay. That's not a duty. A duty along those lines can be create documents using Google Docs, you know, whatever. That can include everything. Keep and organize CRM, right? Client outreach. Be general enough to where it has everything in it. The things that you're going to want to be specific about are specialty platforms. So if you want graphics created, right, you might say create graphics in Canva. Okay, that's a key dead giveaway. Someone needs to know how to use Canva. If you want someone doing social media stuff, you're going to put in here posts to social media platforms daily, okay? That includes Instagram, Facebook, right? You could be general. You don't have to say specifically post this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like all of that is going to be in the actual job, okay? Once you do that, now you're going to move to the requirements. These are not going to be the same requirements that you're used to seeing on like a US job application or job requirement, meaning must have a bachelor's degree or higher, master's in such and such, this, that, and the other. No, none of that. But requirements, especially for virtual assistants, one of them that you're always gonna want to put is must be able to work in whatever your hours are, 9 to 5 Eastern US time. Okay. Because keep in mind, people are on different time zones. So you want to make sure that they are able to work in your time zone. All right. Another thing you may put in there, must be fluent in US English. Okay. And you can put writing and speaking. Okay. This is especially important, especially writing, but speaking, if you're going to have someone on the phone, talking to your people, that's going to be an important thing that you want to put in there. Remember when I was telling you about the graphics person who I brought on? He wasn't proficient in writing and speaking, but I didn't really need him to be, because I needed him to be more artistic and creative. I didn't need him writing blog posts and things like that. So it wasn't a big deal for his role. However, for the VA, it was. Okay. Requirements. Another thing, if there is a major platform, I say like G Suite, Microsoft Office, possibly Outlook, they have to know how to use those. Okay. So I may put proficient in, yeah, I spelled that wrong. G Suite, Microsoft Office. You can list other stuff, Canva, those types of platforms. Okay. One thing about real estate CRMs, you will have people who are proficient in the big popular ones. But if you use a CRM that nobody's used to using, that's going to be like finding a needle in the haystack. You're going to have to train them on it. Okay. But if it's a major real estate CRM, Follow Up Boss, KV Core, heck, Top Producer, those types of softwares that are big players out here, they're going to know how to do it. You may want them to know MailChimp, right? MailChimp or Constant Contact. Those are other ones. Like I said, a lot of the bigger ones out there that a lot of people use, you're going to be able to find people. All right. Qualifications. This is another one of those things. You're going to want to, for qualifications, must be 18 or over. Qualifications could be around speaking English. Qualifications can be passing a certain assessment, right? So if there is an assessment, whether it's a reading or writing test, you want them to have a passing score, yada, yada, yada. Those can be qualifications. Qualifications, must be able to work weekends. That can be a qualifications. Okay. Don't think of these again as like a US job. However, you can say things like must have 2 years prior experience in customer service, right? You want someone who has worked a customer service job, things like that. Okay. Now, when it comes to applications, in this section, you want to just give them a little preview of what to expect. So I will put something along the lines of, if you think you are the one for this, please submit a proposal and include a voice recording of yourself. If you're going to have them on the phone, you can also have them include a video introduction. Okay, that means they have to record a video and send it to you. And then I will put a line in here: in your reply, use the subject line, "I'm the one." If you do not use this, your application will not be considered. And then I'll type some other gibberish, right? We are super excited to welcome the next person on our team, looking to make an immediate hire within the next few days, right? Why do I do this? I want someone who reads my whole thing, right? I want to make sure that they read my whole thing. Sometimes I won't even make this capitalized, right? I'll just put, "I'm the one," to make it just seem like it's part of the sentence, okay? Because I want to know who is actually reading my whole job requirement, all right? Once I do that, from here, I'm going to go review job posts. Okay, so it's basically just going to show me pretty much everything that I typed in. Okay, everything that I typed in. And once you are happy with it, right, you can go back and edit anything. There are some areas down here that you can put in, like screening questions that they have to answer before they can even apply. I only use those for specific, like super hyper focused roles. Like, for instance, when I hire a video editor, I will ask the question, do you know how to use Adobe Premiere? Do you know how to use this, that? Because I know those are specialty tools, right? If I'm having someone build something for me, I'm going to say, have you previously built XYZ? Yes or no? So I'm going to do things like that that are super specific to the job posts. But you have to know what you are truly hiring for. Your real estate VA is not going to be the same person as your video editor. Okay. If you're getting someone to build you a CRM, that is not going to be the same person as your video editor. Think about this. Think about you working any type of job. If you're an executive assistant for someone, you're not the one in the customer service department doing cold calling, right? They're two different jobs. And that's the same way that you have to think about this. I see a question: is the goal to find someone who can do all of these things, or should we be more specific on the first page and find someone for each specific job? If looking for a graphic person, must they be fluent in Canva, Premiere Pro, IG? Yeah. So yeah, pretty much what I just said. You want to only be specific with that stuff if it's super necessary. So for instance, I can tell you someone using Canva, and when you interview them, if they say, yeah, I'm a graphic designer, I know how to use Canva, right? Then that's a entry-level graphic designer, because a lot of people know how to use Canva. But if they tell you, I know how to use, Canva, I can do that in my sleep, but I know how to use Photoshop, I know how to use After Effects, I know how to use this, that, and the other, then you know that that's a more talented graphic designer. Okay. Same with video. If someone says, oh yeah, I know how to edit videos using Canva versus Premiere Pro, After Effects, Lightroom, this, that, and the other, then you know you're dealing with two different types of people. An assistant, a real estate VA, a real estate assistant, you can get by with someone being a real estate assistant that knows how to use Canva, because most of the time you are not doing like super advanced graphic design. But if you're someone like me who is doing event posters and flyers and releasing programs and courses and new logos and this, that. You're doing a lot of that type of stuff and you want it looking like how my stuff looks, you're going to want to get someone who is very fluent in the graphic design platforms. But I will tell you, don't expect them to know how to do all of this other stuff. All right. Creative people, they're not very organized. They're not good with spreadsheets and CRMs and this, that, and the other. They're good at being creative and doing the graphics. Okay. Once you do that, you can post the job. Okay. You post that job, it is going to be live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like after you post the job. So let me go to some of my old jobs in here.
I was going to ask you, Chasten, can a video editor, can they be a graphic designer, or they are two separate tasks?
They can. And you're going to commonly see that if someone can be really advanced in videos, then most of the times they can do graphics too. So just putting your job post, you want someone that knows both. Okay, so let me go to back in the day. See, y'all see, I done hired a bunch of people for just all kinds of stuff. Let me do real estate. Okay, so okay, real estate virtual assistant. This was created 5 years ago. Once you put that post out there, it's going to be a full job post. Now you're going to start seeing these proposals. It's going to start popping up proposals. That means people are applying to your job. Okay. Oh, can I not see it again? Okay, no, it's trying to make me create a new job because it was so long ago. But let me get a more recent one. Something we posted the other day. Okay, so you're going to start seeing proposals, right? As you can see here, look, you see in his cover letter, what is the first thing he says? I'm the one. Hi, Chasten. Just read your job posting. So automatically, I'm going to shortlist him. This is the little shortlist button. This person, they didn't do it. So I'm automatically rejecting. I'm not even going to look at it. This person, I'm the one. Boom, you're good. I'm the one. Boom, you're good. I'm the one. Great. I'm the one. Okay. So for real estate, though, you're going to get a lot. You're going to get a lot of posts. So you're going to want to put something in there that you can easily filter people who didn't even follow your instructions, right? So now I open them up, right? And they all write little cover letters. Some people copy and paste, and they'll put their proposed bid. Again, this is not how much you have to pay them. It's a proposal. When you go down here, you can see their previous work history. This is something that I do a lot. I read these reviews, okay? This person has some good reviews so far, right? I'd look in here, see if they told me anything. So they have video editing, they repurpose, blah, blah, blah. So I may want to talk to this person. Great. Let me go to the next one. All right. I'm looking for the same things. Oh, he's mentioning softwares, Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects, Nike, Pinterest, Walmart, those are attractive. He gave me an Instagram link. He gave me a link to his portfolio. I'm available to start right now. So those are things that, and he's in Argentina. Those are things that, okay, he's at the top of my list now. Let me look at his work history. Okay, he doesn't have a lot of work history. He may be new. He has a job that's in progress that he just started. Okay. Next, I'm going to look at another one, right? What did he put in here? Okay, he put a portfolio, another link down there. He has other work history. He has screenshots. These are all things that I'm looking at, okay? I'm sure y'all get the point. From here, what I do is I message them. My next message says, hey, I appreciate you for submitting that. Here's what I need you to do. I need them to send me a copy of their DISC test, DISC, okay, within the next 24 hours. So I have people go here, tonyrobbins.com/disc, and I drop that link in my message. I want them to take this assessment and send it back to me, send me back the PDF within 24 hours, right? This is my next test. So I want to make sure DISC-wise that they are a match for this job. You're going to want to get someone who is a C or an S, possibly an I. You don't want any Ds. You don't want any Ds for this type of position. You're going to want that SC type of person, okay? After they do that, and I weed out the ones who are Ds or who I know I'm going to clash with, now I move to the next round, right? So my message back goes, hey, I'd want to have an interview with you. Let me know which of these times works best for you. And I give them specific days and times. Specific days and times. Then I interview them. I interview them just like a normal position. And Sonia can probably talk about that in her training for next week, but that's how I move them through the process. I don't hire anybody without interviewing everybody, meaning I want to get through all of the interviews before I'm making my actual hire. Even if someone sounds super good on my first call or second call, there may be somebody better on my fifth or sixth, right? So I always interview everybody, and then I make my decision on who I want to move forward with. I'm watching things like how quickly are they responding back to me from the messages that I send them. You know, I give them 24 hours, but who sends it back in 2 hours or 1 hour, right? Who is having computer problems, right? Meaning, oh, it won't let me attach the PDF. Okay, well, if you couldn't figure out how to attach the PDF, then I'm definitely not going to hire you for this type of role, right? When they show up to the interview, are they on time? Right? I've had some super impressive people send me a Zoom link, you know, hey, I set up this Zoom link. If you want to use your own, it's totally fine, but I figured I'd save you time by setting it up for you for our scheduled time. Guess what that did to me? I was like, okay, impressive, impressive. I love it. You know, little things like that. So again, Sonia will get into interviewing and stuff, I'm sure, next time, and delegating, stuff like that. But that's how I get to the interview stage. All right. What questions do y'all have about what I showed you today?
Yeah, thank you for sharing, man. This is great. I mean, I used Upwork in the past, but this is very good the way like you have it detailed out, and also to filter to make sure you have quality people. I mean, I didn't even interview all of them. The first 2-3 people that I found was good. I just went with one of them. I was like, I'm done, you know? So yeah, these were great. So I can kind of, filter and pick the best candidates and stuff.
Yeah. And like, you want to set these little tests up because again, you're going to get a lot of applications, especially for a real estate VA. You're going to get a lot of people applying because everybody thinks that they can do that job and everybody's worked that job. The real estate industry is big on VAs, right? But you want to have multiple filters some kind of way. So the first one, like I said, putting that I'm the one, or putting that text in the subject. So I can easily see just at a glance who did that or not. I'm eliminating people. Then have them take that assessment. Based on their assessment results, that's another elimination point, right? Then down to the interviews, who am I actually scheduling interviews with? I'll tell you, I may get 100 applicants or so, but I only end up interviewing maybe 5 or 6. Just from the filtering down, right? So just from seeing qualifications, references, following instructions, how quickly they're getting back, I'll just end up with 5 or 6, right? But those are the most quality people out of the 5 or 6. And now it comes down to, all right, do they really know what they're talking about? And how are we vibing in that interview, right? So things like that.
Got it.
Any other questions about this front end process of things? Awesome, y'all. Like I said, the job posts are in your Power Unit file library. So if you want to even just copy and paste those, you can do that. Or if there is a job that you know I have in my operations and you don't have a post for it, or you want to hire for that, just reach out to us and I'll copy and paste that that directly from Upwork to give to you. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sonia, we're excited about next week.
No, I'm excited. I'm so excited to talk to you all. This is like
Yes.
seriously one of my passions, is getting people to stop trying to do everything themselves.
I love it.
I'll
I
make
love
sure
it.
to be there.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, y'all. Well, knock it out the park this week. Have a great week, and I will see y'all next Monday.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys.